Good morning and welcome to Tiger News. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today is February 2nd, 2022. It is day 3. For lunch today, we will have meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese.
Today's birthday is Malia Mason in 1st grade. Happy birthday. We hope you have a tiger of a day. Welcome, Miss Baloo.
All right, and that is her sister. Happy birthday to her sister today. All right, we have our Grow and Glow for 1st grade. These are our 1st graders who made progress on their Ames Web test, so they're going to get their Glow bracelet today. So we're going to start with Natalie Miller. Come on up, Natalie. Say, excuse me. She was all the way in the back. Come on up here, sweet girl. She gets that on the way out, sweetie. On the way out, Avery. Come on up here, sweetie. This is Natalie Miller. Natalie made growth on her oral reading fluency test. She went from Tier 3 to Tier 2 with a 5-point gain. Points, good job. I'm so proud of you. Go get your bracelet and meet Miss Malia. Bronson Rodriguez. Come on up, Bronson. This is Bronson. Some of you may recognize this face. He's had all kinds of siblings come through here, haven't you? Come through Highland Park. I recognize that face. He went from Tier 3 to Tier 2 in oral reading fluency with a 4-point gain. 4 points. Come on, Bronson. Debbie. Come on up, Debbie. This is Debbie. Debbie made growth in oral reading fluency. She went from Tier 3 to Tier 2 with an 8-point gain, and Tier 3 to Tier 2 in math with a 15-point gain. 15 points. Good job. Cameron Ryerson. Come on up, Cameron. Cameron, handsome Cameron, went from Tier 3 to Tier 2 with a 17-point gain in oral reading fluency. 17 points. Good job. Aiden. Come on up, Aiden. Aiden went from Tier 3 to Tier 2 with a 15-point gain in oral reading fluency. Good job, Aiden. Stephanie. Come on up, Stephanie. Oh, Aiden, come get your glow bracelet, sweet boy. This is Stephanie. Stephanie went from Tier 3 to Tier 2 with a 13-point in oral reading fluency, and she went from Tier 2 to Tier 1 in math with a 22-point gain. 22 points. She is born to shine. Good job. Isabella Cortez. Come on up, Isabella. Isabella went from Tier 3 to Tier 1 in oral reading fluency, from Tier 3 to Tier 1 with a 19-point gain, and Tier 3 to Tier 2 in math with a 10-point gain. Good job, Isabella. Skylar. Where is Skylar? Come on up, Skylar. Skylar went from Tier 3 to Tier 1 with a 21-point gain in oral reading fluency. 21 points. Good job. Proud of you. Alyssa Wells. Come on up, Alyssa.
I don't think it helps.
Oh, she can't get in. Say, excuse me. Come on up, Miss Alyssa. Alyssa went from Tier 2 to Tier 1 in oral reading fluency with a 6-point gain, and from Tier 2 to Tier 1 in math with a 19-point gain. Good job. Excellent. Lily, come on up here, Lily. There's your gold bracelet right there, sweet girl. This is Lily. Lily went from tier 3 to tier 1 with a 24-point gain in oral reading fluency. 24 points. Good job. Brandon, come on up, Brandon. We have a lot of first graders. They are so smart. And he's got on a fabulous sweatshirt to boot. So he went from tier 2 to tier 1 with a 14-point gain in oral reading fluency. Good job. Excellent. Ariana, come on up, Ariana. Ariana went from tier 2 to tier 1 in oral reading fluency with a 22-point gain. Also went from tier 2 to tier 1 in math with a 43-point gain. 43 points. Good Leland, come on up, Leland. Leland went from tier 2 to tier 1 in oral reading fluency with a 27-point gain. 27 points. Good job. Serenity Goodman, come on up, Serenity. Serenity, we have a lot to talk about for Serenity. She went from tier 2 to tier 1 in oral reading fluency with a 24-point gain, and tier 2 to tier 1 in math with a 26-point gain. Good job. Excellent. Peter, come on up, Peter. Peter went from tier 2 to tier 1 in oral reading fluency with a 26-point gain. 26 points. Good job, Peter. Noah, come on up here, Noah. Noah went from tier 2 to tier 1 with a 26-point gain in oral reading fluency. Good job, Noah. All right. Miss Malia, you may take that crew back to class. Now, I want to see Ryan. Come on up here, Ryan. Ryan went from tier 3 to tier 2 in math with a 10-point gain. 10-point gain. Good job, Ryan. All right. Ava, would you just stop at the door and hold them at the door? This crew at the door. Ryan right here. He's going to stop and wait on the rest of them, okay? Casey, come on up, Casey. Casey went from tier 3 to tier 2 in math with an 18-point gain. 18 points. Good job, Casey. Jameson Webster, come on up, Jameson. Jameson went from tier 3 to tier 1, big old jump, with a 20-point gain in math. Good job, Jameson. Good job to you. Come on up, Ian. And Ian went from tier 2 to tier 1 in math with an 18-point gain. 18 points. Good job, Ian. I'm proud of you. All right, come on up here, Miss Laley. We got a lot of news for Miss Laley. And Miss Laley, first of all, she went from tier 2 to tier 1 with a 37-point gain in oral reading fluency. We did have one person to beat her in that, and he's not here today. So sorry he's not here. But she made the highest gains in math in first grade. She went from tier 2 to tier 1 with a 45-point gain. She beat Ariana by 2 points. By 2 points. Good job. I'm going to let you stay up here and sign off with us, okay? All right, here we go.
Thanks for listening. Have a great day. And don't forget to let your light shine. Bye.